I mean, this one, if you guys notice a improvement, my braces are off. So I'm currently wearing transparent retainers, so you hardly notice them. So yeah, today I am going to share with you a time-lapse video along with commentary on how I painted this Buddha. In my first video, I also posted a time-lapse video along with commentary on how I painted Mahastama-prapta. And I explained that in Buddhist temples, for the most part, you always see three gods together. One is Mahastama-prapta, the other one is Buddha, and the last one is Kuan Yin. So I finished 2 out of the 3, got one more, and then I finally finished the set. And I bought this from a prayer store, and it's really difficult to get, you know, really detailed figurines. So the fact that this has beautiful details, it's definitely a bonus. It definitely gives me the opportunity to take advantage of that and just show its best features, you know, as best as I can. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Before I started painting, I make sure to prime the subject first. I chose purple. Because this comes in a set of Mahastama-prapta, Buddha, and Kuan Yin, I made sure I have the Mahastama-prapta, my previous piece, with me to ensure there is consistency in the color scheme. I thought I could dry brush the highlights, but the brush lines were too harsh, so I ended up using an airbrush to spray in the highlights, and then I dry brushed the shadows. It is much harder to see the brush lines if I were to use a darker color onto a lighter color. So I do the same thing for the top petals as well. And then I highlight the petals by using a liner brush and painting white lines at the very edge. This is to make it pop a little more, to make it come out a little more as compared to not doing it so. So now I'm painting the base. I used a, if I'm not mistaken, it was a leather brown color for this. Then I'm starting to use masking tape to mask the area because I am going to spray paint the lotus bed green and I don't want my previous work to be affected. So I'm spraying snot green and I'm going to highlight it with scorpion green. So I'm trying to show you that I'm applying masking fluid, and when it dries, I use a toothpick to push down any excess masking fluid that go onto areas that I do not desire. And then spray the background, Keltham brown, and the other side, dark blue. I dry brushed the background because it had a lot of this texture, so I thought to exploit it by dry brushing it to really bring out the texture feel. I painted the lotus behind the Buddha's head, followed by dry brushing it white to give that outline of contrast. I then start to mask the area around the Buddha, and I guess it would be easier to use masking fluid, but I prefer to use masking tape. After I'm done with the surrounding, I just use wax paper to make it easier to cover larger areas. Then I start painting the garment, which is a mixture of red and black. Then I slowly move to brighter colors by red and then orange. Now I am using the same technique for highlighting the edges by applying white, pure white at the very edges. This really gives it a very extreme contrast, which is very pleasing to the eye. And I didn't want it to be pure white. So after that, after painting everything white, I glaze it with some yellow because it kind of blends very well with red and orange. As of yet, it still doesn't look very pleasing because the entire thing is just red. So once I put in different colors, the garment starts to look a lot better. So I'm applying the flat colors of the skin tone. I'm using Heavy Skin Tone by Vallejo. And then I slowly shade in the highlights. I'm using dry brushing because airbrush is the surface impact is a bit too big, so I'm using dry brushing technique, so it's more controlled. I'm doing the same thing for the rest of the body. After that, I'm using a liner brush along with some brown ink to give that really nice dark outline, such as in between the fingers, the eyelids, and then I painted the hair black. And then I painted metallic colors for his bling blings. Gotta make sure it's all shiny. So his chains and bracelets, I painted all that bronze with a highlight of gold. I'm painting the petal that he's holding, which is the same scheme as the bottom petal, so it's purple and green. So I'm taking out everything and making sure that it's a very clean paint. It happens that some blues seep out, so I have to correct my mistake. But overall, I was quite satisfied by how it turned out. For fixing it, I paint light colors followed by dry brushing it with dark colors. Dry brushing it with dark colors really helps the blending a lot better as vice versa as compared to that. Then I start painting the background, which using metallic colors of bronze and gold, which really makes it a lot more appealing to the eye. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you liked that video, please like and subscribe. It will give me a ton of motivation to continue and do more videos. And if you'd like to support me, you can head over to my Patreon page where I share my full unedited video along with audio of my entire painting process, as well as full resolution photos, and some I would share the brushes I use as well. For the digital version, I will include PSD file and the brushes I use for that painting. So you can head over there to check it out, and that support really means a lot to me because it will help with the art supplies. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.